Looking at God's heart through the Bible, chapter 4 and 5. In this chapter, we see Abel and Cain, and they were bringing offerings to God. At 5th verse and 4th verse, we could see, and Abel also brought of the firstlings of his flock. And in 3rd verse, we could see Cain also brought the offerings. But 4th verse, Abel, and the Lord had respect unto Abel unto his offering. Yes, he was pleased with Abel. His heart was really happy and joyful regarding Abel. But regarding Cain, he was not happy. So God was talking to him as a man. But unto Cain, 5th verse, unto his offering he had not respect. So it is not related with the offering, but related to the person. With Abel he was happy and joyful, but with Cain he was not really happy. Bible says, Cain unto his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell. You could see the nature of Cain. So God was grieved. Even today, God is grieved of our nature. And the Lord said unto Cain, Why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? Yes, God is talking to him like a man. Probably he was talking to Cain that he should get himself right. So he said, 7th verse, If thou dost well, shall thou not be accepted? And if thou dost not well, sin lieth at the door, and unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. He was explaining to him, just like a man. Dear friends, God is so close to us. You see, he would have completely separated from Adam and Eve, but he didn't do that. He wanted the fellowship of man. So he came down even to deal with Abel and Cain, to have fellowship with his people. But with one he was really joyful and happy. But the other person, he was really grieved in his heart. And even when Cain killed Abel, he was talking like a man. And he was telling, 10th verse, and he said, What hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy land. So it was not a happy thing to curse Cain. And even when thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee. Her strength, a fugitive and a vagabond, shall thou be in the earth. So when God pronounced the punishment, Cain said unto the Lord, My punishment is greater than I can bear. So God was not stubborn. And even in that, he gave concession to Cain. And 14th verse, Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I hid, and I shall be fugitive and a vagabond in the earth, and it shall come to pass that every one that findeth me shall slay me. Even in that, God gave a concession, and the Lord said unto him, Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon him, lest any finding him should kill him. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord. God's presence was given to him. Yes, God was there. What a wonderful God He is. In spite of the fallen man to be punished and to be driven out and to be killed, God was kind enough. He is amazing. He is so wonderful. And we continue to see in the 4th chapter and how the Lord really allowed people to be multiplied. And in that multiplication of people, we see God was longing for persons to have fellowship. But we could not find anybody here except Enoch. And the 5th chapter, 22nd verse, Bible says, And Enoch walked with God. Yes, God was looking for men to have fellowship, but it was a great disappointment that people were multiplied and he could not find a person to have fellowship. But it was a happy thing for God to find Enoch. So, really, Enoch walked with God and God walked with Enoch. And so, he was so precious to him. And in 24th verse, And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him. Enoch was so special to him. So God took him for the fellowship. Even in heaven, the most precious thing would be the fellowship between his children and himself. The fellowship is so beautiful and wonderful. So God could find one person, Enoch, to have fellowship. It's an amazing. Even God is looking for people to have fellowship today. Will I be the one like Enoch to walk with God, to love Him, to cherish in Him, to live for Him, and the whole life be of everything of God? God is pleased with such people. So it's great and wonderful and amazing too.